What's up guys, and welcome back once again to Tastic Reviews Tech. Today I'm going to check out a new mouse. This again is from Eweadn or Eweadn, I don't know how you pronounce it still. I'm sorry, I need to get in contact with them and ask them, to be honest with you. But they were kind enough to send me out another mouse and another gaming mouse, and this is their sort of budget option. I'm not sure the prices, I'll put it in the description below for you to have a look at. But they sent me this one over. This one is the... Sorry, there's nothing on the box, it's English. So I'm trying to remember what it's called. This is the X23 Pro, so this is more of their budget orientated one. It's not as expensive as the last one I did, which I can't remember the model number of that one. It was a little while ago. So we're just going to unbox this. The box is a little bit battered up, but we're just going to unbox this. There's some really nice colours as well, which obviously I'll link in the description below, and I've got a really good colour in here. So we'll unbox it, show you what it looks like, and then I'll do some sort of aim-tastic testing on it to basically see what I think about it. Yeah, should be pretty good. Let's see what it does. So as I said, this is the Eweadn X23 Pro. It says DPI, multiple DPI, doesn't tell you the exact one on the front there, but it's long battery life and lightweight. So let's flip it over and have a quick look at some sort of weird character on the box here. I don't know what that's for, but hey ho. And on the back you probably won't be able to read this, but it's 2.4 gigahertz, wireless. I don't think it's Bluetooth as well. No, it's just 2.4 gigahertz, 12,000 DPI, which is more than enough for most people. We'll work with Windows, Mac OS, Android and Chrome OS, and it's 1000 hertz polling rate, which again is pretty decent, and that is really all there is to tell you on the box. So let's get it opened and have a quick look. I asked for this colour when they asked me if I want to have a look at it, and I'm glad I did, because it looks absolutely incredible. Hopefully it agrees me. You can probably see a sneak peek of that already. But this is their orange and black colourway. Forget what it's called, it has obviously got a name. This is the orange and black colourway, and it looks absolutely stunning. I think I really like the sort of burnt sort of texture effect there, but it's really, really light. Does it say how light it is on here? No, it doesn't tell you how light it is. I'll just check that. So the weight on this is only 56 grams, which is very, very light. It does feel really, really light. You may sometimes light things feel cheap, but this actually doesn't feel too bad at all. Oh, it is actually Bluetooth as well, it says it there, but it doesn't say it on the box. But yes, Bluetooth is Bluetooth and 2.4. So colours I mentioned before, this is the colour gradient orange. They do a lava orange, which is pretty much that colour all the way across. They do a raspberry pink, a white and a black. So they've got most places covered, I guess. If you want a crazy colour, you can have one. If not, you can go for a standard colour. One thing I will say a little bit, if you can see that, it's probably quite hard to see on camera, where the paint gradients there is kind of a line there, so it doesn't gradient perfectly, but it's a very nitpicky thing to say, really. Other than that, it looks really, really nice. I'm really, really happy with that. So on the bottom here, we've got, obviously our skates are on here, around the sensor at the front and the back, so there'll be PTFE skates. Code key, not entirely sure what that does. We've got DPI switch there. There's no lights on it on the top to show what it's doing, but we'll have a look once we plug it in to see whether it's got any lights to show you what it's doing other than that. And then you've got your switch here for 2.4 Bluetooth or off. I'll just turn it on, see if it does anything. Yeah, so I don't know if you'll be able to see that on the front. There's a little light there, a little tiny light in the middle, which is your DPI. So yeah, other than that, so let's just give it a bit of a squeeze, see if there's any creaking. Absolutely no creaking whatsoever, no rattle whatsoever. Really, really nice. They've done a really good job here. So it is a bit of a downgraded sensor on this one. Like I say, it is the budget model, and I've just had a quick look as well. It's £28 here in the UK, which is absolutely nothing for a gaming mouse, especially one this light. It's the PAW3311. And like I say before, it does 1000 hertz polling rate, so again, pretty decent. Apparently it's got a nano ice skin coating. I don't know if that's on the thing or this. It just shows a picture of this on the website and it says it, so I assume it's this thing. Again, that's, I assume, is meant to designed to keep it sort of cooler. And the switches are rated for 100 million clicks, so it should be good to go. And those switches that are in there are the Huano green shell switches. I've personally never heard of them, so they're not your standard Omron switches, I think it's Omron, that you get in a lot of gaming mice. But obviously, like I say, it is a budget oriented one, so we'll obviously have to cut costs somewhere on it. But clicks feel really, really nice. They're not mushy at all. Feel decent on all buttons. You've got two side buttons here as well, for your front, forward and back, or if you obviously change them for something in your game, sort of grenades, that kind of stuff. And the battery life in this is 800 milliamp hours. I'm not sure if that's good. It says long battery life, it doesn't tell you how much, but yeah, that's maybe good, I don't know. In terms, I'm not sure what other ones are, to be honest with you. But obviously I'll leave links in the description below if you can compare them. Off the top of my head I can't remember, but yeah, it says long battery life, so we'll see, and that'll be in long-term tests, and I'll have to tell you future down the line how well it's coping with battery life. But so far so good. We've got this little thing here. Is there going to be anything in this one? Yes, so you do get a little dongle in this one. I think the last one I didn't have a dongle, it just connected. I can't even remember how it did it, but it didn't have a dongle inside it. Well, that might have been a different mouse, I can't remember now. But yeah, you've got your little dongle in there, so once you plug that in, you should be good to go. And obviously you can do, like I say, you can do Bluetooth or 2.4, so if you want Bluetooth for using with a tablet or a phone or something like that kind of thing, then you can do that. And you've got that, like I say, you've got the USB thing in there. Other than that, there's literally nothing else in the box. There's not even any instructions. Oh, there is instructions. So there is instructions here. Whether they're in English or not, no, they're not. Does it tell me what that code key does? No, it just says code key. DPI adjustment, report rate. So the report rate on Bluetooth is only 125 Hz. In wide or 2.5G, it's from 125 to 1000. And that is about it on there. It doesn't tell me what that thingy does. And I've just had a quick look on their website whilst I'm filming this, just to give you a better idea. The battery, it says 800 milliamp hours, it says roughly or up to or something on the website of 150 hours. Whether that's standby or playtime, I don't actually know, because it doesn't say, it just says battery life. So yeah, your guess is as good as mine. But like I say, again, I'm going to keep saying this, it is a budget mouse. £28 for a gaming mouse, this sort of good features. It's really hard to complain about that. Like I say, you also get some grips on here and some extra PTFE skates if you need those. So if you want grips, you can put those on. They're very similar to the ones on the last mouse, probably the same ones, to be fair. So if you've got those there as well, nice little added freebie as well for people that want that kind of thing. Personally, I'm not bothered. I'm not that good at gaming, so I don't really need grips. So anyway, let's get it plugged in and let's see how it does. So as I like to do when I do a mouse or keyboard review, I like to show you the software that you get. You download it directly from the website, and you can see we're connected to a 2.4 gigahertz. It's very simple software this time. Not as massive amount, or maybe it's just not as many menus, it's just all on one screen, I don't know. But you've got a key assignment up here, so you can reassign all your different keys to whatever you want. So you can even reassign the DPI button if you wanted to. You've got macro editor, everyone knows what macros are, so yeah, happy with that. It says electricity, I assume that means the battery life, and it says sufficient, normal or insufficient, so that's your battery life. So it's very yeah, it's obviously translated a bit differently. Power management, we've got power downtime in 10 minutes, so you can adjust that. Down, obviously the time it takes to shut down after you've not been using it, so we're going to reduce that down to like 3 minutes. It doesn't need to be any more than that. And then motion wake up, surely it wakes up anyway, or is it just wake up on clicks? So it's probably that. Config, so you can go config down the bottom there. You've got profiles you can have. Up here you've got DPI settings, and it tells you what colour relates to what DPI setting you've got. So we're currently set to 1600. I'm probably going to leave it at that, to be honest with you. That's kind of what I want. Lighting, breathing, there's no lights on it. There's absolutely no lights on it, so I don't know what the breathing is. Is that breathing on the light in the middle? Doesn't like it's doing anything, so yeah. Yeah, so it has done something. It's that little light in the middle that you can barely see, so why you'd need to change that I don't really know. But anyway, polling rate, you can have 125, 250, 500 or 1000. We'll go for 1000, which is apparently esport mode, and then 500 is gaming mode, 250 is office mode, and 125 is power saving. Fair enough. Nice easy setup for people that don't want to mess about too much. Mouse parameter, that just opens your Windows mouse controls. Sensor advanced settings, so you've got motion sync, which I assume is going to sync to your refresh rate to keep it sort of on par with each other. Angle snap and ripple control. Pairing tool, don't know. Pairing, pairing mode. That's to pair it for some reason. It doesn't need any pairing when I did that. And then check FW is check firmware, which you need to be in USB mode, but that is literally all you get on here. But it's all you need really. There's no extra bells and whistles that you don't need in this software. So I quite like that, to be honest with you. Be nice if it showed the colour of your mouse, but again, it may do when you plug it in, I don't know. But that's just a little nitpicky thing, and it tells you that it's connected in wireless mode as well. So it's got everything you need it to have on this software, and it's all in one place, and it's all really easy to decipher and know what's going off pretty much. So yeah, thumbs up for the software, did a good job there. Like I say, basic but effective. So let's get into some aim tastic, see how we do, and we'll sort of compare it to the scores I've got before. It is obviously down to users and how well you do on the day, so it's not a scientific test, but it gives me a good feel for the mouse. And so far so good. It's feeling really comfortable in my hand. I use sort of a palm grip. I suppose you could use like a claw grip or whatever, but it's yeah, it's a nice shape. It's a really decent shape. It's not the biggest mouse, it's not the smallest mouse. It's a sort of medium mouse, I'd say, in terms of the size of it. But yeah, should be good enough for most people. So far so good. Let's open up aim tastic and we'll see how we get on. Right, so we're in the aim tastic now. We're doing bigger than smaller, which is what I always do. I don't know why it never shows my previous scores, but it will show them when I finish the first round. So basically I'm going to do a first sort of round and not film it, and then I'll do the next one and film it. My grade's A, so I've obviously done all right and got over 190,000. I think I got like 220 odd thousand or something. And I'm doing it in standard mode as well. So we're just going to play this, and then I'll do a few more. I'll probably film one of them, and then I'll let you know how I got on. Right, so I've just done my first ever test with this mouse, first time using it, and I don't know if you can see that there, 198,250, which is literally my third best ever attempt on this, and that is literally my first go with this mouse. So this mouse obviously suits me really, really well. I've not even had to practice with it. It's literally my first go. And like I say, my top score is 209,000, so I'm not even far off that, which I believe was with my glorious Model D-, I believe. I can't remember, to be honest with you, which is a great mouse, but a lot more money and not wireless. But yeah, 198,250, 199 hits, 3 misses, and a hit accuracy of 98.5. So yeah, pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with that. I don't even think I'm going to bother doing another round, because I don't really think I need to. I'll do one just to record it. Probably won't get as good this time, but let's just go for another one. Wow, and there we go, 209,000, literally matched my best ever score. Say exactly the same, 4 misses and 98.1% hit. So I've done just as good as I've done with a mouse I've been using for a long time. Biggest combo 112, not sure it was on the last one, but really happy with that. Really good. Yeah, this mouse is great so far, for me anyway. Like I say, obviously it's user dependent. I've not even removed the skates off it, the skate covers, sorry. But yeah, absolutely fantastic so far. So let's go back up top and have a talk. Right, so there we have it, guys. The X23 Pro from Eweadn, or Eweadn. Again, don't know how to pronounce it. I am going to contact them and ask them how it's pronounced, because I don't want to keep getting it wrong, and they may send me more stuff in the future, so it'd be nice to actually pronounce this properly. So what are my thoughts on this? As you saw at the beginning, there's no creaks in it, no rattles, nothing at all in that. It is a downgraded sensor compared to some of your more expensive ones. So it is the 3311, which I've not actually heard before, so it is a downgraded sensor, but that doesn't seem to matter. The switches are cheaper, the ones I've never heard of. Again, they're not your standard Omrons. Again, that's going to bring the price down. But battery life, if it lives anything up to the stated on the website, is absolutely fantastic. Really lightweight. What did I say, 59 grams or 56 grams? Really light anyway. It's very light, and the build quality actually feels exceptional for a mouse of this price. Yeah, it's hard to grumble at it, and obviously when you see my test, obviously it is very, what's the word, not subjective, I'm not sure, but basically how you turn up on the day in terms of how you do on this game, I suppose, but it shows that it's a mouse I've managed to get to grips with literally straight away. First go, I got third place on my scores. Second go, I matched my best ever score on this game. I'm not very good. Some people have commented before saying I'm absolutely amazing watching me, but I'm not, honestly. And I do speed the footage up, so I'm not that fast either. So don't worry, I'm not that good. But really, really impressed with this. I like to give bad parts about a mouse, but it's really, really hard to when you've got a mouse at this price doing this sort of performance, feeling this good, looking this good. Might not to everyone's taste this colour, but like I say, there is other colours available as well. If you just want a standard white or black mouse, you've got it. If you want a pink mouse, you've got it. If you want just a full orange one, you've got it. Or you can just spray it if you really want to. It's just such a cheap mouse, you're not going to be that worried about spraying something like this, I wouldn't have thought. But yeah, it's really, really hard to complain about this. I can't fault it. I can't find a problem with it at all so far. Like I say, this is literally my first test. It's not a long-term use test. So it is hard to say for definite whether it's good. I mean, it could break next week, it could break tomorrow, but that's can happen with anything, I suppose. But yeah, so far so good. Really impressed with this. If you're looking for a really cheap gaming mouse, you don't want to break the bank, but you want something that's going to perform, check this one out. X23 Pro from Eweadn. Thank you to them for sending this out. That's all I really need to say. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you around.